So guys, the next topic in this course is the thread cancellation. So let us learn how threads are cancelled. So many a times a thread which is in the state of execution needs to be cancelled. Here cancellation means that ask the thread to stop doing what it is currently doing, right? Some of the most common scenarios in the software world where thread cancellation makes sense. For example, you may want to cancel an ongoing search operation, right? There could be a thread in your application which is, for example, searching for a record in a database, and a database has millions of entries, right? So such a search operation can take considerable amount of time as well as CPU resources. Now there could be some scenarios where an ongoing search operation is not desirable and a user may want to cancel the ongoing search operation, right? Another example would be that your application may be sending periodic packets. So the task of sending periodic packets has been assigned to some thread of your application which is executing independently, right? And now there arises a need where as a user you may don't want to send these periodic packets anymore, right? So you would like to cancel the thread which is sending periodic packets. Similarly, another example would be that one of the thread of your application is downloading a file from the remote server, right? And while the file is being downloaded, you wish to cancel the operation and therefore you would want to cancel the thread which is downloading the file. So you can see that thread cancellation is quite common in the programming world. Thread cancellation is a lot like telling a human being, hey, stop doing something which you are doing, right? So now the question is, who cancels the thread? Any thread of the process can choose to cancel any other thread of the process. Of course, there are certain constraints and restrictions that we will going to discuss, but who cancels the thread? The other thread of the same process cancels the thread, right? And once the thread is cancelled, it is terminated, it is gone, and the thread ceases to exist, right? You cannot revive that thread again. Once the thread is cancelled, it is said to be terminated, and you have to create a new thread afresh if you want to do the same job again, right? So let us deep dive into the thread cancellation, and it would be a pretty much interesting topic and you would learn a lot about threads in this section of the course.